Watch the move.
Was never in the room with him socially, for business, or for even philanthropy.
Shit. He says that he barely knew Epstein, so much so that he lived next door to him. But then him and his wife went over when they were invited over. And as soon as they go over there, they basically see him, and Lutnick goes, oh man, he's so gross. He's disgusting. Nah, this guy, there's something wrong here. And I vowed to never be around him again. Wait, what? Doesn't seem that way, does it? Check this out.
Then it comes out that he actually went to Epstein's island.
We had lunch on the island. That is true.
And then it comes out that he allegedly had a business with Epstein after Epstein convicted. It's an indictment on America, that in other nations, literally their heads of states are falling if they just had email correspondence with Epstein. And here we've got someone like Lutnick still in government.
The paperwork tells a different story, not rumors, receipts. And you're going to take your underage minor kids on a family trip to the island that Epstein is on after he's convicted, but yet you knew he was a terrible person and had no contact? I'm not understanding. So here's the question. If receipts don't move you, what will?
It looked like this guy Wolf was a writer, was conspiring with Epstein to do harm to me. And I didn't see it myself, but I was told by some very important people that not only does it absolve me, it's the opposite of what people were hoping, the radical left.
As you can see, now we get the next move, a victory lap. 3 million pages, prove I'm innocent. Except a file dump isn't a halo. A volume of documents doesn't automatically equal cleared. It just means there's more for people to dig through, more to verify, and more questions getting buried under the noise.
If the punishment for a crime is a fine, then what they're really saying is there is no crime. If you're rich, if you're poor, then you will be punished for X. But if you're rich, the punishment for X is negligent. So the only punishment is financial. To men like us, there is no punishment. That means that the rules are for poor people. What's the number one way they punish you? Fine, court costs, blah, blah, blah. As soon as you're a millionaire, all the punishment goes away. Rules are for poor people. And if you're sitting there going, oh, I don't really care about money, what you're saying is, I'm happy to stay a slave. If you want to stay a slave, great, because we need somebody to make our coffee.
Now, if you weren't sure how people like this think, that's the perfect example. When you have money, the laws don't hit you the same. There's laws for the 99%, and then there's laws for the 1%. We are seeing it in real time right now. I ask you to just zoom out, watch the patterns. In the US, it seems that we'll accept anything as long as it's packaged as complicated. Look over here, shit's happening here. Shit's happening here. Look over there. It's hard, especially with this administration, to buckle down what to focus on, because when everything is seemingly bad, you're not really sure what to put at the top of your list. And with the amount of people out there getting different information, who knows what your algorithm is putting out. So you might be Epstein, Epstein, Epstein. You might be ice, ice, ice. You might be this, you might be that, or all the above. But across the board, we're not connected. We need to be united in a single front. It doesn't matter. I see friends that are Republicans trying to cover for Trump still, as of like yesterday. Again, what do you need to see to understand the severity? And also, have you not seen enough people on the left or independents, whatever, that don't care who it is? Democrat, Republican, who cares? It doesn't matter. Take them all down. Because the fact is, if you are actively running guard for Trump or anybody else in his, inner circle, then you are actively working against yourself. You're not part of the Epstein elite. at all. So what benefit does it have to you? It doesn't. It has zero. So what you should be asking is, when are they all going to be taken down? I mean, if the network goes down, it doesn't just ruin people, it ruins pipelines. That's why they lie, stall, and wait for you to get tired. Because at this point, that's been the game. They hope it goes away. Thank God there's enough people that are invested, especially in this Epstein thing, to constantly be putting out content and sharing information that they find and looking deeper into this. Because if, again, you're okay with the 1% doing whatever they want, and in this case, whatever they want is really bad beyond like words, it's beyond eyes wide shut. If you're okay with that, then I don't know what to tell you. It's something that should never have happened. It shouldn't happen. It was not okay then. It's not okay now. Anybody who's running cover seemingly to like get more fame or in with those people, I can't see any other reason why. I don't care if it was the 80s. I don't care if it was the 90s. I don't care if, people were with, younger girls back then and like nobody really batted an eye. Okay, bro. What? What are you talking about? It was always wrong. It was always illegal. You're just one of the pieces of shit who was like, well, nobody really cares, so I guess I could do it, right? People cared. They cared then, they care now. History just doesn't repeat itself, but incentives do. So tell me, are you cool being ruled by people who treat lying to you like it's just part of their job? Because right now it's all noise, and somehow they're all still standing. Same play, new cast.
Like and subscribe.